yesterday was President's Day, so I didn't have school, which usually means that I get to run errands for the day or make phone calls or, take care of things that I don't usually have the time to do during the business day while I'm at school. Because, believe it or not, as a teacher, we don't have all the free time in the world throughout the day to make phone calls or take a break or things like that. I'm pretty sure I was there before you, but whatever. It's not like I can just say, oh, well, I'll come back to this in a second, when I've got a group of unruly 10-year-olds under my thumb. So that's what I did yesterday. And one of those things was to... we had our internet service switched from the AT&T service to the Comcast Xfinity service. And the main reason for that is speed. The AT&T service is just not fast enough for what we need. We no longer utilize cable television. That's not to say we're never going to go back to it, but we don't use it right now. We stream everything. And so I wanted to cancel. I had the Comcast guy come over yesterday, and he installed the new modem, ran a new cable line, yada yada yada. We're up and running. We got great speeds, we got great reliability. And we had Comcast before, which is why I went back to them. Now, I won't argue that they have the highest prices. I mean, they are extremely expensive, but you get what you pay for when it comes to that. Pay more because it's better. We're paying a lot less for AT&T, but it's just not good. Where we live, which is not, out in the boonies, out in the middle of nowhere, but where we live, we weren't getting the speeds that we wanted. So we upgraded, changed. But the problem came when I wanted to cancel the service. They wouldn't let me do it without paying a huge early termination fee, which I argued that I was told wouldn't be a problem when I first signed up for the service and signed the contract. And I talked to as high a manager as I could on the phone, and even went into the retail store, and they wouldn't let me cancel the TV service. I was able to cancel the internet, but not the TV service. But what AT&T does allow you to do is suspend your service for up to 6 months. So we're going to do that instead. That way we don't have to pay for it and not use it. So we'll just keep suspending it. Because I was misinformed. It wasn't anything I did wrong. I acted according to what I was told by the AT&T service representative. But apparently that was incorrect, and so now I'm stuck with the large bill when all I was doing in the first place was trying to save money. But it is what it is. Sometimes we're misinformed. So that's what this rounds out to, is just fact checking in general. Before we live in an age where we all feel like we have to think or feel about a situation one way or the other way. We can't agree with both sides. We can't disagree with both sides. We can't formulate our own opinions, because the first two opinions made and most widely publicized are the valid ones. And if you disagree with that, then you're chastised for it. Case in point, the Facebook era. Now, this may not be a problem where you live, but in our small rural community, it kind of is. When something gets put out there, you put anything in a public forum that's even partially controversial, you're asking to be run through the ringer. So that's what I want to talk about, is misinformation. Just gather all the facts before you make a decision, before you act, before you do anything. It goes back to what your moms should have told you in the first place, is think before you speak and look before you leap. That's what it boils down to. So pay attention to those two things, and we are all likely to live much happier, peaceful lives. I'll see you this afternoon.